So once the yard's mowed, then I can lay out here, watch the lilies grow. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, baby. Fried potatoes and leeks. Oh, delicious. Look at that. Ooh, this is gonna be good. All right, gang, here we go. Monday, May 12th. This is what we're into on the farm. So this is my little layout, my little sketch I drew up for the garden. I've already planted one bed, and then today we're gonna go in and plant a ton of seeds. I got a bunch of seeds, plus I've got some starters over here that'll also be going in. I've got them parked under here at night, but I've been putting them out hardening during the day. We got tomatoes and peppers, bunch of tomatoes and peppers. So, yeah. So here's kind of the overall, yeah. I've got about 6 different beds, and a couple of them are done up with different things in them. But real quick, let's see, this little section right here, that's got that's sunflower patch, and along with the section right here, which is just a small section, another sunflower patch. So basically when you walk in here, later in the year, you're going to be walking through some big beautiful sunflowers. It'll be pretty. And then the bed over here with the cattle rack and gate, that is cantaloupe halfway and honeydew melon the other half. And then on the back side there's marigolds and things planted in there, and then on that one there's going to be squash and cucumbers growing on this run here. So I got squash in here, and then between the squash there's cucumbers be going up in there. Right here I've got a nice big long line of fava beans, and then after that a row of leeks, and then some garlic chives, 2 different types of onions, white onions. And then this bed here, this is just an empty plot for now, this succession bed. It's going to be lettuce and carrots, which is what's planted right here. There's a row of carrots, and then 3 rows of lettuce. And then, so that got planted today. That'll be for a couple weeks. And then once that gets up and starts moving forward, I'll plant this bed. Same thing, a couple different flavors and lettuces. Now the second set, this bed right here, this is all peppers. Yeah. And then in this bed over here, I've got, this is mostly tomatoes, but there is some peppers on the backside. Those are my cherry tomatoes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 beefsteaks. And then over here, this is San Marzano, 3 of them. And then right here is a group of Romas. And if we come over here, I've got Dutch sweet corn in this row right here. Nice little block right here up to this lumber. And then on the back side of that, there's watermelons. So that's watermelon. And here's another sunflower patch. Yeah. And then over here, I've got some stuff that comes back every year, so I had that marked off so I knew not to step on it when I was in here working around, but I'll go over it real quick. But that's a pino, I think they're called. Big, beautiful, fluffy, pretty flowers. These are wild geraniums, and then this is 2 hostas. And then I've got 5 cannabis plants that I planted. Everything's planted, so I am a happy camper. Got everything watered in, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. We have, well, she has an eye appointment in Bangor, so I don't know what we'll get into tomorrow, if I get into anything on camera or not. Maybe we'll do the trip down to Bangor if I go with her. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow. What's going on, gang? So it is Tuesday, and guess what I'm getting into today? Well, what we're getting into today. First of all, this is what I got into this morning. I needed to clean the garage. Hadn't cleaned it for a while, so took some time this morning and just cleaned up in here and got some things. Plus, I told you yesterday Nicole was going to an eye doctor appointment in Bangor, so that had the truck out of here, and I got the four-wheeler out of here. And with the four-wheeler, I also have, what we're doing today is wood chipping. So let me show you what's going on. So, got the wood chipper hooked up, got it hooked up to the four-wheeler, and we are going to, if you remember, you probably see in the mowing video, I've got several piles, but this one right here is what I want to try and get rid of today. So that's my goal. I want to try and get this all chipped up today and get some fresh chips to put along the pathways and stuff. Beautiful morning, Wednesday morning, garbage day. What's that you say? Breakfast is ready? Okay, all right, thank you. Well, today we're gonna make use of some of the wood chips that we chipped up, and we are gonna plant some pumpkins. So hang in there. Here we go. Whew, black flies or something else today. All right, so another little project I got going on is we started, I grew some pine trees to put out here in the field, and we started them here in the garden, and then I was taking them from the garden and putting them out there where we want them. We did some blue spruce, white spruce, red pine, and white pine. Simple to remember. So anywho, we got some of those started and put them out in the field, some of them. I still have some in the garden area. You probably saw them when I was showing the garden video. And I still need to get those put out, hopefully this spring sometime, well, probably soon, hopefully. Anyway, we're gonna go take some of that mulch we chipped up and put around those trees out in the field. So that's something I need to do real quick before I start that pumpkin patch, yeah? So let's get that done. Here you are, gang. You can see in reference to where we are in the field as far as where the camp is, and then where the greenhouse is, and then right here, this is the north field. This is the north side of the field for us and the greenhouse. So we planted some more trees in here, these pine trees here. So I got four different rows, and they're staggered out. I got a few that are looking pretty bad, so we'll see. But let's get some chips in around them and get them cleaned up a little bit. I also have a couple little scragglers out here in the field that I put in. You can see we're quite a ways away. And this is just one out here next to the road, and then there's actually a row down through there. About every 60 feet or so I put nice big pine trees. Ooh, talk about a warm day. Had to run over here to the House of Greens and get some greens. What's going on, beautiful humans? All right, it is Thursday morning. We're gonna call yesterday Washout Wednesday because I didn't get to the pumpkin patch yesterday. We ended up going shopping. Wanted to run out and actually get some more seeds. We didn't do any peas. So she mentioned that yesterday, so we went out, we got some seeds, we got some peas, and I still got this pumpkin patch to do. So I'll spin this around real quick. and show you what I was talking about. So this is the area I was telling you I fixed up last year to do pumpkins in. So I'm gonna put 6 mounds in there, and we're gonna put some pumpkins in there today. And then I'm gonna do a cattle rack, cut up a piece of cattle rack, and over in one of the succession beds I'm gonna go diagonal with a cattle rack, and we'll do some peas in there. Okay, so I tell on myself, I guess. While I was digging these holes, I'd pulled one of those, what do you call, amateur camera tricks, hit the on button and thought I was videoing myself while I was doing this, and guess what? No, I wasn't. I took a nice picture though, lovely picture of the ground here. So anyway, got my holes dug, got my mounds done. Now I've got a little bit of fencing here. You can see I'm using some of this stuff here. I had a little bit left over. I've got to make a few little just diverters, keep the animals away for just a little bit. I'm going to put a fence in here. I've actually got a couple cattle racks I'm going to put that way and this way, and then I'm going to put some fencing in between, but right now I don't have the fencing that I need, so until it gets here I'm going to just do these little covers here just to get them covered. But I'm not going to plant them right now because it's just too hot, middle of the day. I don't want to plant them. I'll wait till this evening till it cools down just a little bit, and then I'll toss them in the ground and water them in. So instead, the pea trellis, I told you I'm going to do that, so let's go do that. All right, let me grab a tape measure. And all right, so we are looking at, I don't know, let's call it somewhere between 75, yeah, I think 75. So here's where I keep my cattle rack. Try to keep it out of mowing way. All right, trying not to step right here. I just planted a bunch of clover in there and it's just now starting to come back up. Alright gang, so got my soapstone, got my tape measure, let's see what we're at. Should be able to whack a few of those with what I have left there, but I will need an extension cord. Alright, got my hard hat on, I gotta have ear protection. All right. Here we go. One whack rack. What? Yeah, you heard me. One whack rack. All right. Let's go get this bad boy put in the ground, huh? Perfect. Get a couple braces on there, we'll be good to go. Anyway, walking over to the greenhouse, got the trellis in, as you saw, but I got the bracing done as well. Just put a couple little posts on there and wired them on to sturdy it up. So now we are taking us a nice little walk over here to the House of Greens. All right, found what we're looking for, Snap Daddy Sugar. Oh, Snap Sugar Daddy. A little dyslexia there, huh? Alright. Well, there we go. Bees and a trellis. So, one more little project complete. Alright, gang. So there is the pumpkin patch, yeah? And you can see I just kind of covered them with those cages. I think we might just call this a washout Friday. I mean, literally. Yeah, it's raining today. We're gonna take the day off. Much love and respect, everybody. I will see you on the next one.